Happy Saturday! Hello and welcome. How are you doing today? Scale of 1 to 10 it. 1 being if it were a noise, meh. 10 if it were a noise being bring. Where are you? I'm on a solid bing. Yourself, Debbie? Yeah, I like that. That'll do. Good. I hope that whatever your sound is, we take it up a level or 2 by the end of the show, because it is the Craft House. Now, I did give you a little sneaky peek before of some of the goodies that we may or may not have on today. And one of the things I did mention was that we have got bargain after bargain. I love a 10% off deal. I do. But a 35% off deal, I love it even more. Half price? Yes, thank you. We've got that too. And we've got better. We have got deals galore today on elements you might not have seen yet, and on elements as well that you might have seen, not quite been able to stretch to, but today I'm going to hope to give you that opportunity. We have, of course, got our wonderful Debby Robinson in with us today, and you've got some marvellous makes in front of you.
Well, we've got some great collections on tonight's show, so for the next 2 hours we're going to cover lots of different edgeables that we have in our range here at Crafters Companion. So we've got loads, some of the newer ones, some of the older ones, some that you might not have seen for a while, but I'm going to start with some of the newer ones because I love them. This one I absolutely adore. These are just gorgeous, and this one is the beautiful elegant angel, and she really truly is stunning. And the way that you can use these as well, where they cut out onto the edge of your card, and you can see how beautiful that is. We've got large word edgeables as well. I've gone a little bit classy here with
gorgeous.
A bit of black and gold, so I thought we'd do a little bit of black and gold, and again show you how you can use, even though they're big statement words, how you can use them as an edgeable. We've got some of my latest favourite ones as well, which are the almost like a builder scene, and these are absolutely gorgeous, where you're building scenes on the edge of your cards, however you want to use these. There's lots and lots of different ways that you can use them, so we've got those on the show as well. We've got some of our old returning favourites, so it's not all Christmas themed, but we've got the cutest little Peekaboo. There you go, Peekaboo. Absolutely gorgeous dies there that again work on the edge of cards, and then double-sided dies, and it not always necessarily have to be used on an edgeable way, because there's lots of things that you can do with edgeables that give you the capabilities, and there are lots of different ways that you can use them. We've got so many more lined up all down here for you to go through these 2 hours. We're going to try and get as many in as we can, and if you've got any questions you want to ask about the edgeables, then just let us know, drop them in the comments, and we'll be happy to answer, won't we, Becky?
Absolutely. Do get those in, and you can get in touch with us by heading on over to our socials. Facebook's one way you can get involved with us, as is YouTube. All of the information's down here. Feel free to take a picture of the screen now, so that you've got that info. Oh, maybe don't do it now. Do it whilst I'm sort of looking okay. Now. And then you've got that information, okay? I don't want you to take a photo and then but yes, so you've got all of that information when you do want to get in touch with us if you are new. And if you are new, you may well be looking at those cards and thinking, Becky, there is no chance I can make them. I am not creative. The last thing that I tried to make were beans on toast, and the beans ended up on the roof. The roof? Why? Outside? The ceiling? Yeah, do not worry. I promise you, with the inspiration that wonderful Debbie's going to give, and with these tools, you honestly will be able to make incredible cards, and they will look professional. And the reason is because of the dies that we have. Just in case you are brand new, when we talk about dies, we're talking about metal elements such as this. You're going to run them through a die cutting machine. You can get different sized ones. Head on over to our website. You'll see a big collection of Geminis. You will be able to run these through the machine, and what they do is they cut out your pieces of card. And because these are the edgeables, you can move them really close to the bottom of a card, so it's just a small scene, or you can put them right to the top for larger cards. We will go through how to use these. I just thought in case you were brand new, you've stumbled upon us this evening, it's good to know what we're dealing with. So in this collection, I've got a Bethlehem scene. You get all 4 of the dies, including the wonderful star, which you can use in multiple ways. I've then got for you the Christmas Eve scene. So this is Santa and his reindeers toddling over some wonderful varied in size houses and rooftops. I have that Christmas morning theme. I really like this one. I do think it looks great as a Christmas morning. This one as well, though, of course, it could look like they were decorating the tree, couldn't it? This one is an exclusive. It's not been seen on HSN. It's first time you've been grabbing it here, so do seize the moment if you love that. And I've also got the Snowy Day. This too is your exclusive, and you are grabbing that as well. In here also, let me just say, you're getting a tape pen as well. This helps stick everything down nice and securely. These you can use individually. I looked at this Snowy Day scene and thought, how cool would it be with the ones that we did earlier on? You know, having that inside, you could easily layer those up. This, by the way, was the launch. It holds your gift cards. But yes, you can use them in loads of different ways. All you need to do is treat yourself today with that big saving of nearly £20 off, or nearly $17 off. And if it is your first order, if ever it says platinum today on this show, if you check out in the show, you will get that beginner's price, the platinum price, so treat yourself. Oh, you also get some points, but I'll talk to you about that later. That's not the only treat we've got for you today. Some other elements I've got for your Edgeables are the large words. You've got your large words and your sentiments here. You're getting you're getting 6 for the price of 5. And you're getting loads on there, as you can see, lots of different ones. And don't worry, again, if you are new and you're thinking, Bex, well, I'd love to be able to make a Merry Christmas card, for example, but I haven't got a clue how. Don't worry, our lovely craft expert will tell you how as we go on. Do get those questions coming in, get your messages coming in. But Adriana is messaged already saying, hello again everyone, I organised all of my dies, well, almost, the larger ones and the larger containers. Feel like I've had a big accomplishment. Well done you. And if you do want some die storage, I've got some on the show. For now though, another person who has definitely accomplished some organisation lately is the wonderful Debbie.
Yep, and never again. Never again. But yes, so let me walk you through. I'm going to go back to these beautiful scene Edgeables because Becky, they've been designed in a whole heap of ways. What we do at Crafters Companion with our Edgeables is give you versatility. A word I use every single time I come up here, but it's true. It's one of those potentials that you get with a die to be able to create lots of different things. And these are no exception because they've been designed to actually work like this, Becky. So when you open up your card, beautiful frontage there, that front card. But when you open it up, you get that lovely pop-out scene. And they've been designed to work like this. And there is an instruction booklet in there on how to create this beautiful 5x7 card that has that amazing pop-up feature, which you can see how the dies have been designed so that you've got that foreground where you're looking further away, and how they've been put into proportion so that you create that lovely layered look. And they're absolutely stunning, these. They really are. However, there is lots of things you can do with them, and I'm going to show you a few samples before we crack on with a demonstration.
Nice.
But this is what I'm going to start with. I'm going to do one on a stepper card because they are separate pieces, but you can see how they've been positioned to create that far away look and then the foreground look. If you want to keep them just simply onto like a little bit of a tiered card there, you can see that one, absolutely gorgeous. When it closes together, it looks like a layered scene, but it opens up. It's absolutely gorgeous again. You can create things like this. Craig did this one. I love this one that Craig did, which is why I brought it out, where you've got the background underneath and then those two on the top.
Great.
And then my absolute utter favourite card. Days when I saw this, I was thinking, ooh, flat, what's going off here? Opened it up. It's like a big box, busy.
Right.
Open up the front door.
Hello.
That's
clever.
Hello, look at that.
Cute.
I mean, that is absolutely incredible. So I'm going to give Maxine, please excuse me, Maxine Skingsley, a big shout out on our design team, because this is absolutely my very favourite Scene Edgeable card. Just absolutely beautiful. So yeah, you know, there's lots and lots of ways that you can use them, which is what I love about them. And that's what I said, I'm just gonna use it onto a stepper card. So I've already got my stepper card already planned. So rather than cutting into the stepper card, I have made my stepper card already with some white stamping card, and it simply is a case of I used the back piece there and then popped all my score lines into the front to create that tiered stepper. So can you see there the tiered step?
Yeah, I see.
So I've gone from a large to a smaller one. So you can see how lovely that looks. So that's going to act there. Bet's going to bring in these 3 dies, and I've brought some Nina card in to act as my scene for this one. And each one of these dies works like so. So I'm going to start with that one. I'm going to start with that one there. I'm going to pop them all on. And what you can see, oh, Debbie's being very frugal here. Might have to get another piece of cardstock out. But you can see, in fact, you know what?
Is the one on top a bit bigger?
Yeah. I'm going to go that way. I'm not going to have to. There we go. So they've been designed so that when you use them, you will create a layered look. So by popping those on, and you can choose the depth of your paper or cardstock on how you want to put these in. I'm going to lay that one up to the very top, that one to the very top. Let's pop that one down to the top as well, and then we'll put these through our machine. So I'm going to just line them up with a bit of low tack tape, but do you know, so much you can do with this gorgeous scene. And this one is that lovely exclusive, the Christmas morning scene. I absolutely love it. I think it's gorgeous, this, Becky. Absolutely gorgeous.
Lovely, right?
Now, let me see if I can find my large plates, because I'm going to run them all together at the same time, this one. So because I've got them onto 3 separate pieces, of course, depending on how you're going to layer these up, depends on the machine. If you look at these in relation to Gemini Junior, per se, you could pop them in separately if you wanted to and create that. But I'm going to use them all at once for this particular one, and we're going to run that through our machine. So let's pop that through. Let them do the work, and then you can do things like paper piecing. So you could run through different colours of the dies again, and then you can snip into them and paper piece onto the top. You could keep it really plain and simple and do it in white cardstock, and then you could add colour to them. So if you used watercolour cardstock, you could use any of our watercolouring mediums. If you've used, like I've done, Nina cardstock, you're going to be able to colour directly onto them with our alcohol markers as well. So I'm just going to take all those 3 off there, like so, and remove them from the paper. So when you take the low tack tape off, let me just pull that back a second. What you've got now, Becky, is your first background scene going off there, and it is gorgeous, and this is what I love about these Edgeables. And the whole premise behind an Edgeable is that you have a metal die that has no cutting line at the bottom, which means it stays connected into the cardstock, but you have it running across the top, the die cutting line, which creates that edgeable feature. So that's the whole idea behind them. These are just a different concept that we've brought, because they are scene builders, that you're literally building a scene and telling your story. What is it that you want to, you know, I mean, if you think about this, you could actually add a few more layers on. Some of those with the background trees and things, you could actually layer up a few times, like our Maxine did in that gorgeous card I showed you just a few moments ago. But now we've created, oh, Debbie, you've thrown the wrong bit in the bin. Hang on a minute. You don't want to throw that bit in the bin, Debbie. You want to keep that bit. There you go. So you can see now that we've lined up and layered up. And all I've done with mine is I've just taken some cardstock, because I want to extend these slightly. And I'm going to pop those on like so. So that one's going to be my first one. This one's going to be the middle seam. So we're going with the middle seam. And again, I'm just going to attach some cardstock to it as well. In fact, let's stick that down, Becky, while I'm at it. Let's get that stuck down.
Okay.
Is that me end? In the bin you go. You're at the end. Another one gone. Another one. Another one bites the dust.
Hey, exactly what I was going
for. Is that what you were singing? Yeah. That's so funny. I didn't know you were singing that.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably because I sung it out of tune and time, but other than that.
So I'll just run my tape along this one. There we go. And then pop that onto the top. And then literally, I mean, you can keep them white if you want to keep them white, Becky. Of
course,
if you like them white, absolutely. But I'm just going to show you so you can see the scene, how it's building.
Oh, beautiful.
And then I'll pop my other last piece on there.
Nicole's just asked, when you get a second, could you give the measurements of the stepper card, please?
Of the stepper card, I will indeed, with pleasure. So bear with me a second while I put this on.
Absolutely.
And then what you're going to do is, and if you see how you can create this already, Can you see how you've got that lovely scene going off in the background? Depending on where you want to put those, you can go in closer if you want to go in closer. But these are going to sit onto my card, my stepper card. However, you can do things like I said, this is on Nina cardstock, so you can start to do things like colour them in. Simply just have a little play and colour in your images. So we know she's got a little white face, we know she's got some little pink hands, maybe some little pink legs. We'll go in with a red on a dress, and you can go in and you can colour these and just build up your colour. If you don't want to do any paper piecing, you can by all means go straight in. Brush markers, tri-blend brush, the new extended collection, whatever takes your fancy to colour in these lovely images, because for me, I preferred this method than the paper piecing. I do like paper piecing, but depending on how quick I want to get a card done, will depend on whether I like paper piecing or not. You can see how much she comes to life, and I will show you the ones that I've got already pre-coloured in, so I'm just going to move those for a second to one side so that you can see. And on mine I've added some gems on there. You know how much I love a bit of a sparkle. And the lovely thing on these is there's all these extra little features. So you've got your log burner there with the fire flames, settee once you colour it in, or your chair, your little Christmas tree with the girls. But can you see how much it's popped in colour by adding the colour to it? So they're going to sit on each one of my stepper back pieces. I will give you those measurements. Now, to do the stepper card, this particular first piece, I want you to think about it, I cut mine into two. So my first piece is measuring at 11 inches by 7 inches. I scored it at 1 inches, 2 inches, and the second one was 3.5 inches, and the fourth one was 5 inches. So it's 11 inches by 7, so we're going 11 by 7. Pop myself a little flap at the end here on the 1/2 inch mark, because this piece I've cut out and it actually measures at 5.5 by 7. So that's what's my background piece. Added on to those, and this particular stepper is 1 inch, 2 inch, 3.5 and 5 inches, and that's how I've created a stepper card. I've kind of cheated without having to use a A3 piece of cardstock. I try and do what I can with the A4, and that's exactly what you can achieve with that, and that's how you create that stepper. So if I just repeat there. So all I've got, Becky, is I've used some of the most gorgeous papers that we've had. It was the night before Christmas, because I thought this really works ever so well with this one. And again, I'll just bring in my glue for a second, because that's going to sit into the background. And there we go. Now I'm using these in a completely different way to how I showed you at the very beginning, how they were created and designed, because I want to show you that that's exactly what you can do with them. You know, that it's down to you how you use them. They're edgeables at the end of the day, 3 split dies that you can create in many, many ways. So now all my pieces, this one's going to sit at the back. This one's going to sit on the first stepper, this one's going to sit on the front stepper. So what we're going to do is, and you can lift that little bit off if you want to lift it off, so you could put some tape or foam pads at the back to give it a little bit of extra dimension. And then Debbie's just rooting around for some foam pads. I might have to go rifling through Jake's drawers later, because I'm running.
Whoops, use him.
I'm running. Well, he knows now. But I'm running out of tape pads, me foam pads. Well, yeah, he's probably thinking I can. Do you know where have they all gone? I'm sure I ain't. And now I know I've not been using me chunky glue, but all my tape pads have disappeared.
And you think that Jake's hiding them in his drawers?
Do you know what though? I remember Craig telling me, hang fire.
All right.
I remember him telling me.
There's some in that back drawer, isn't there?
Yeah, he said, get roofling right drawers. Oh, I found a card in here, Becky. Oh, I found 2 cards in here. Oh, my days. It's like an Aladdin's cave in here. Let's go. Oh, I found some.
Well done.
I found some. Been rooting. I've been rooting. But yes, so I'm going to pop on some foam pads just to lift that first stage up. And I've gone with the larger ones. Of course, I could have used me very beloved chunky glue.
Yeah.
But I'm giving it a rest today. And I have used it once. I used it earlier on in the earlier show. But I am. So there we go. So I'm going to pop this onto here. And that's going to sit just onto the bottom part. Actually, yeah, I'll have it there. And then that gives it a little bit of a lift, you can see. You can pop some foam pads behind there if you wanted to. In fact, shall we do that? Let's make it nice and sturdy. I'm going to put one at the back of there. and one at the back of the chair. So I might have to trim that one down. Oh no, I think I'll be able to get that on there.
It's so lovely because you could literally make this look like someone specific's living room.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? If we were to do it, say for here, for the craft area there, you could make the sofa that we sit on for the wake up call grey. You could do like white panelling in the background, couldn't you? You could literally make it a card of someone's living room. It'd be so special.
Yeah, you could. I love that.
Print out little tiny pictures of people and put them in frames behind.
Yeah. So what I'm doing now is, and that's why I took my measurements from, do you know my strips that I added on to these? I took it from the measurements, so I knew that that was like an inch. In fact, it's an inch and a half, that one, sorry, with the added extra piece on. And then the same with this, I'm going to add onto the front this one as well. So there we go. And that's how you create, using your Edgeables, I'm kind of making things a little bit speedier by colouring in, adding a few gems, and then lastly I'm just going to add a Christmas sentiment into that background, and that is your scene Edgeable built up. And I just think these are absolutely fab. They really, really are fab. Oh, let me get that the right way around. Which says Merry Christmas to you. And there you go, Becky, a lovely stepper card.
Stunning.
That creates that lovely scene, so you can see there. And again, you've got that dimension, but that's the beauty of an Edgeable. That's exactly what you can do. You can build those scenes up, create that, and I just think they're fab, absolutely fab.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Beautiful, right? And you can create that too. If you're looking at that and thinking, oh, I love how sort of professional that looks, do treat yourself to what we have on screen. As we said before, some of these you haven't seen on HSN before, and don't forget you get that dotty glue pen as well. Now, I've got something special now. We've got a full collection coming up for you. And if you love art, you love painting. So in case we haven't met before, hi, I'm Becky. So yeah, my dad's an art teacher. He went on to be an art inspector. He had art galleries and still paints to this day and sells his paintings. And so I have been brought up with paint. I love paint. I have to say though, I'm very much more of an abstract kind of person because I can't draw anything that's meant to look like something. So for me, I have always been more drawn towards watercolour possibly than any other paint. And the thing I like about watercolour is it has an energy about it, it has a movement about it. However, it is one of those mediums sometimes that is not easy to control. Well, that isn't an issue anymore, is it? I have got here in front of me an entire collection of usable, workable, precision, convenient, lack of mess aqua markers. Gives you that fluidity and movement that you might expect to get in watercolours, but with each you get the two different nibs, as you can see here, a fine nib and more of a brush nib, so that you have the control. And the colours are epic. So in this pack here, your essentials, these are the colours you are going to be able to get in here, including but not limited to your peach hues. I love this peach hue. I think that would be really good for maybe sort of skin tones, all the way through actually skin tones. You've got some to the lovely chocolate hues here as well. It'd be great. I've got for you lime in here too, really zesty colours. I've not only got that as a collection though, I'm also bringing to you your primaries. Your primary colours of course are your essential in paint colours. We often refer to these as primary colours because they aren't colours that you can make yourself. So for example, if I wanted to make a green, obviously I would put a blue and a yellow together, but how would you make blue? Yeah, it would be nigh on impossible. With these though, it's all there for you. You can blend these, and as you can see, you shade them out just using water. Then I'm bringing to you your nature collection. These ones for me are, if you imagine creating a picture of the globe, you're going to be looking down from, outer space, and you're going to see desert-like colours. You're going to see sunset hues. You're going to see luscious green sort of forestry regions. You're going to see that wonderful deep, deep ocean, all of the colours in here. And then last but by no means least, I've got your florals. These ones are what bring you the zing. We have have got in here the zingy ones. And what I've noticed more with the florals, although I'm not to say that this isn't for any of them, there seems to be more layering of colours in this. So when I'm looking at things like the wildflower, can you see how at the top here it's very much a purple, but then as it's guiding out you're getting more of the pink hues coming through to it, and that's very much in the jasmine as well. These are the great things about colours like this. If you were to try and do that in watercolour, you might have to do like a wet on wet technique that sometimes doesn't disperse as much as you like. These are going to make that much easier. You don't have to pick your favourite, you're getting the entire collection of all of these fabulous colours, and today nearly £100 you should be paying. It's £58 for you today, or $75. That is whopping saving. Don't forget though, if you're platinum, which by the way is a platinum price, if you're part of our club, it's free to join. You just save points as you spend. You will get it today for just £46.40 or $60. And that, by the way, is the price you'll pay if it's your first ever order today as well. So well worth treating yourself. These I'm just over the moon with. I need to be treating myself to the full collection. I really do. And how great would these look if you wanted that precision, you wanted that fun, because remember you can use these kind of no matter what your age, so long as you can, you know, hold a pen, then you're great to have fun with these. You can use these to create pieces of artwork, but what about if you use them with our lovely large word edgeables, because you could cut these into watercolour card and just add a little extra zhuzh. We have got in this Christmas large collection, the Edgeable collection, 6 of your different designs. You have got plenty going on in here. So in these ones, I'm going to be bringing to you your Merry Christmas. I've also got your Season's Greetings. I love the font of this too. I wish I could draw like, oh, actually, I'm not being funny, but do one of these out maybe in acetate. You could actually use that as a stencil, couldn't you? If you're not great at drawing, grab those metallic markers we did before, you know, nice greetings on things. Anyway, just a thought. I've also got your Silent Night. Then I'm bringing to you your Peace on Earth. I love this one because you've got the sort of camels in there and the palm trees. Then we've got your Warm Winter Wishes. Imagine doing this on something and maybe having like a little making this onto a box. You could put in the box, if you put this on it, maybe loads of little, you know, someone's favourite herbal teas or something. Then I've got for you your Happy Holidays, and this one's got your reindeers and the lights jumping on it and that sleigh. All of these together today is £64.95 or $74.75. I just keep in my peripherals seeing you flashing your Super Lux card. I love it.
Because we're going to go big and bold, because these are big and bold dies, and we're going to do a bit of black and gold with this one, because they're just such great dies that really, you don't really need to do very much with them, Becky, because they say everything you want them to say in an edgeable form, so they cut out onto the top. And again, if I just bring in the die to show you what I mean by that, let me grab my poker tool. All of this area, if I just pop that down there, stays, there's no outside cutting line. It means it stays connected into the cardstock, which gives you that element of the edgeable factor again. So on the outside, it starts from this end. This is where your edgeable actually starts from. So it starts from here, and the outside cutting edge goes all the way along the top, and then stops here. So you've got two little
like notches.
What? Oh, thank you. Well, we're going to call it something completely different then. It's Saturday night, it's getting late. It's getting late. And the old throat's going as well. So, yeah, so little notches, that's better, notches, that you're going to use to create any kind of on the edge effect. This bit's going to stay connected in, that bit's going to cut out, and then all of this is the extra detail. So there's embossed details on here. This bit cuts out, so you're going to be able to use this one, including this one, which means the waist bits you could actually use as well, and go for that two-for kind of thing. Now, to create me large, because this is a very large statement piece die, and I mean the measurement on this without me looking at the packaging, is roughly around 6x4. So it's a big,
Yeah, that's right. 5.8
piece.
by 3.6
Yeah,
to
so
be
it's a really
specific.
big piece. So what I've done is, rather than try and do it all again, I tried to be frugal with my cardstock. I've gone for matte black cardstock. This panel is 7x7, and this one is 7x7.5 with a half fold going along the top, because that's going to connect to my cardstock, and it's going to connect to the base once I've put my edgeable on. So that bit I can move to the one side. I've actually got a piece of gold already cut out, and I've just gone down 1/4 inch. So I've taken 1/4 inch off this side, 1/4 inch off this side, which has created me a 6 3/4 inch square. Perfect, matting and layering again. That's going to be my base. Now with the die itself, I'm going to flatten my flat there, and what I've done is I've actually gone from the, and if I fold that back up for a second just to show you, I've gone from the top corner to the bottom, and I've popped a little pencil mark. I haven't gone all the way through with a score line, so I've just popped pencil and pencil, and we'll do the scoring afterwards, because what we're going to do now is place this on. Now you're probably thinking, in terms of an edgeable, where would you place it? Well, remember what I said about the notches? That's what you're going to place it onto. So because I've got my pencil line into place, I can actually place those two edges there. This is the bit that's going to cut out, this is the bit that's going to stay in. So we need to secure that down, so we're going to hold it down with some low tack tape, and it's showing you again that you can use your edgeables on many various ways, so not just diagonal, not just up and down, wait a minute, is that diagonal?
Left to right, vertical, diagonal.
Not just up and down, not just across the top, going down diagonally. That's what I was looking for, that was the word. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it down, like I said, with some low tack tape, all three sides. And I'm going to bring in, again, I'll use my large plates, because there is a nice little feature on this that's got an embossed detail to it as well, so we'll do that one as well, because I do think it makes a nice difference, because these pieces that are in here, not just die cut out, but there's embossed detail. So the snowflake is an embossed detail, and all these little ones around there are as well. So I'm going to run that through normally on my normal thin metal die combination, run that through. I'm going to bring in my rubber embossing mat. I've actually got some gold Midas metallic ink pads, because we had some on yesterday, didn't we, in beautiful colours.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And I thought, you know what, I'm
website.
going to use some tonight, because you can stencil through your dies as well, and that's what I'm going to do to catch the area of the merry. So I'm just going to lift that off for a second.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in my rubber embossing mats. I'm going to take out the magnetic shim, pop that away for a second, and then I'm going to run that through again to get that embossed detail on the card, and run that through. Now, it's just one of those things that, for me personally, I like that extra detail of the embossing.
Yeah.
And some of these dies have got that element to it as well, so I think it's well worth doing it. But of course, that's a personal choice. Whereas the die is being designed that way, that's how I like to show you how to use it. So I'm going to take that off. Let's move that for a second. Pop all my plates to one side. There we go. And then before I actually remove it, I'm going to lift my tape off, because I want to get my ink through. Really, basically, it's acting like a stencil now, the die. And I just want to make sure that I've got all the tape removed off there on all sides. So I'm just going to lift that off. But I'm not actually going to take my die out of the cardstock. I'm going to keep it in there, because that's when I'm going to do the inking technique, which I do love. I've done it a few times this week, because it is absolutely beautiful when you do that. So I've got my little self, my metallic pigment ink, and my little finger dabber, and I'm going to go in there, and we're going to colour the areas where I know it is left behind, so those bits aren't cut out, including the Christmas tree and the star. So I'm going to go up there. I'm saying trying to be careful, but I'm not really worried about this side, because we know that is going to be cut away.
Of course,
so you don't have to worry too much about that one. So, and again, I'm just going to go through there, through the stencil.
We've had some messages in. Sherry says that with the edgeables that we did earlier, she made a beautiful lighted shadow box using the Bethlehem scene, and says, I absolutely love it.
Oh, we need to see some pictures.
Yeah, please, if you could send pictures.
Would Charlotte mind at this time of night if we saw some pictures?
She's saying, go for it. She shouldn't say it like that, but sort of. Hello to Katie saying, I'd love to see Debbie talk us through the double-sided Edgeables if there's any chance. She says, it's a strange new world.
Yeah, I've got a double-sided Edgeable demo planned, we definitely can, and even if I can't get the demo shown, I'll show you how to use one.
If you could talk us through it even, that'd be brilliant.
Definitely, Becky.
Stacey's saying, hello to my two favourite ladies. Oh, she's accidentally texting her sisters. No, I'm joking. I hope you're both doing well. I've watched all day, and for the last 2 shows, you both make a great team with laughs and giggles. You are fab. Now, Stacey, aren't you nice?
Thank you.
We have had Victoria in saying, I've only gone and branched out through a messy craft today, playing with my cosmic shimmer and metallic polishes.
Oh, aren't they beautiful as well? They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. That's lovely that you tried something new and branched out. That's lovely.
I'm glad you're having fun, definitely.
Yeah,
Look how great that looks.
all about, isn't it?
Yeah. Look how great that looks with the gold on it. Oh.
Yes, so I've just lifted off my dye. I'm just giving it a little clean because I had got metallic ink, and metallic ink is a sticky ink. It's a wet ink and it'll stay wet on your dye. So I've removed that off. I've done my housekeeping, Becky. I thought I'd get that bit out of the way, as you do. And then I'm just going to poke out all the areas that I know come out. So literally just running my dye brush through there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get a scoreboard. And there's lines that we did at the top and the bottom. We're going to just go over them. Let's just make sure I've got all those areas done. Yep. Just get all, because this is the bit that's going to create that diagonal feature. So I've got my scoreboard here with my black lines on, always a helping hand, especially when it comes to things like things that are on a diagonal. It helps me position it perfectly. So I'm going up to that first score line and then down from that one to the bottom there as well. And I'm just going to reinforce my 1/2 inch one because it's been through the machine. So let's pop that down there. So what it does now is you lift up the snowflake and the dye, and then you're going to just fold that and fold that to create your diagonal aperture. I'm just going to try and find my bone folder, just to give the score lines an extra burnish. And then my little tab as well, I'm just going to give a little burnish because that's going to sit underneath my base. If you remember what I said back at the beginning, that is how you create, and you can see how beautiful. I wonder if Charlotte can get in close. Let me see if I can put a piece of white cardstock underneath it, just for a second, so you can see that lovely embossed feature as well, and the lovely detail that the metallic ink pad has picked up on. You could do that technique with gilding wax, but gilding wax is slightly trickier, and you would probably have to pop it on with something as small as an applicator, because to do it with your fingers you've got to try and get underneath the dye. So that's why I prefer the metallic pigment ink pad, and plus the longer it stays wet, because it doesn't dry straight away, it means you could add, if you wanted, we talked about this before, clear embossing powder to enamel it and give it an enameled look. So that would give it another little feature, but that looks really lovely when it's like that, like so.
Strangely, just as you've just mentioned gilding wax, Hannah literally messaged in saying, how do you get gilding wax off your glass mat as mine is stuck on?
Oh, I'll tell you. I will tell you straight away, because it's the one thing I use all the time, and it's called Stick Away. So Stick Away, if I'll just pop it there back again. Stick Away is back on the website. Now is this only available, Producer Johnny, to the UK?
Yes.
So if you're in the UK, you'll be able to find this available on our website. If you are over stateside, check the HSM website, because the HSM website, if they've got it in stock, you can get it from them. Something to do with the sending it across.
Yeah, it's to do with the liquid and
with it being an aerosol.
Of it,
So that's why. But yeah, very available. You literally pop it down onto your mat, and that'll include glues, inks, pen marks, anything like that. It gets all the gubbins off. You have to leave it for about 30 seconds and then wipe away and it's gone. So that is going to be a must-have for you. Was it Victoria?
It was Hannah.
Hannah, yeah, absolutely. You need to get hold of some of the stick away, and that is absolutely, you know, it's brilliant stuff. It really is.
Thank you.
Right, so, excuse me, I'm going to pop my base onto my card. So I'm going to place that on, and that's my base card. So we can now bring in this lovely easel card, a diagonal easel card, because we've simply cheated by cutting them up into portions, so to speak, and adding them. So the inside of this one is where, and I'm going to put me, I'm going to bring it out again, my red liner tape, Becky, because again, you know, it is a construction card again, so I just think it just adds a little bit of extra strength to it.
I get you.
So I'm going to pop like so, all the way across. Scissors, snip. There we go. And then lift that off. And then I'm going to tuck it underneath. So I'm going to turn it on the inside, and I'm going to tuck that underneath up to the edge, so the straight edge is going up to that fold line, and fold across, and then simply burnish. And then I've got my easel part coming on with that lovely piece there. However,
Fabulous.
I need a bit of a topper. I also need to give these, to make this area pop.
Great.
So with that in mind, I've used, you know, recently we've had the most beautiful paper pads. Don't know if you recognise it, but it's from that 12 by 12 paper pad with the gorgeous gold and silver, and then we did a multicoloured one. Have you seen it, Becky?
No, I've missed them.
Oh, well, honestly, this just works a treat. So what I did was measure underneath to create my little diamond shape. I suppose it'll depend on the size of the card that you do, but I'm just going to use some red liner, tacky glue.
I love the golden card you've gone for. It's really like sumptuous. It's like who's that fella in the hat? Oh man, purple.
Fella in the what?
Willy Wonka. Yeah. It's like a golden ticket, isn't it?
It is.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't believe producer
come on,
Johnny
that
got
clue
that
was
from
epic.
that.
Guy in a hat, that cuts down the population quite heftily. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or Willy Wonka. It's
Willy
golden
Wonka-ish.
ticket. Yeah.
Bless your little heart. So I'm just popping, and it's just literally, it's just framing the actual sentiment itself. And I'm just going to do that on both sides. But it is very luxurious, this cardstock. You might have to check the website out. Do you know, for love nor money, I can't remember what we actually called it. There were two pads. One was the coloured, the multicoloured, and this one was the gold and silver.
Cute.
Just beautiful, honestly, absolutely gorgeous. But that now just frames around the edgeable part.
Definitely.
And again, just brings into line with that theme of the gold and black really beautifully. I've actually taken a strip because I'm going to use this as a stopper for my easel to stop from falling over. So I'm going to pop on there. I'm going to put some foam pads, but I'm going to add a bit of tacky glue to them as well, because foam pads are brilliant. You could use hot glue gun, but I'm using these onto a coated surface, which is what the luxury glitter cardstock is. So I'm going to use our tacky glue for this. Now I would not use the wet glue. Now there are some times that I put on wet glue at the back to give me the little wiggle time. I wouldn't use wet glue, because wet glue, obviously the all-purpose, is a solvent based, and what it will do is lift the colour from the gold. So I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of the tacky glue onto there. And it gives me a bit of extra protection as well. So I'm going to just put that into the middle. Let's get that into place. Hold that down. Oh, I forgot to put my ribbon on. Becky, I forgot to put my ribbon on.
Oh, don't worry, there's still time.
I can get it off.
Yeah, that's it. Go, 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 go.
Oh, let me move that. I don't want that flapping in there, because you can see where I've got my glue. That was like
Susie's asked a really important question.
Fire away.
Debbie, has your hair colour changed? It looks gorgeous.
Oh. Do you know what? Everybody said the same thing. Can I let you into the secret, Becky?
Go on.
It's faded. So
is that what it is?
It's not a hair colour change, it's just faded.
Oh, that's great, I love
think
it.
because I'm wearing like a similar colour to my hair, it looks even more vibrant because it's kind of matched with my hair, but
that's
it's
great.
faded. I need to go and get it done, but I don't know when my hairdresser can get me in, so I'm not sure what's going to happen there,
Well, I think
or whether
it looks
Debbie's
lush.
going to have to get it out of a box or go elsewhere. I'm not sure what's happening. So yeah, so it's going to be one of those.
That's gorge.
Thank you. So I'm just going to pop now. I'm going to have to put my more glue on because I've realised I'd put my ribbon over them, but not to worry. So I'm going to pop that back over there, and I'm going to place that over back onto the top. I'll just place it down before I actually commit to sticking it down. Yeah, we'll move that up a little bit further. There we go. And hold that down. So when I hold that down now, when the tacky glue gets hold of that, that'll be absolutely fine. And then I wonder if I can thread through a little bit. I think I stuck it down, didn't I? I'm going to thread through a little bit. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I can get that through there. Yeah,
Genius.
absolutely. So I'm just going to wrap that up with a little bow around there. And let's just, let me just make sure I've got that nice and even. There we go. Pop that through, bring it back round. Just a gorgeous piece of ribbon, absolutely beautiful. And I'll just snip the ends. And again, black and gold are just such gorgeous colours, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it's something I hadn't done for such a long time that I thought, oh yeah, we've got to do a bit of black and gold. And then I'm just going to finish it off because I've got my edgeable there, my word edgeable, along with the stopper or the topper or whatever we're calling it, the little stepper.
Yes.
And I'm just going to finish that off with a little bit of black bling, bit of black bling going around. So let's pop some just onto here. And let's pop a couple. Like so. And
Loads
just
of
the
people
odd
saying,
little finishing touches.
Jacqueline saying, I have to make this card, I need to give it a try.
Oh, it's just, honestly, it's a lot easier than you actually think because we actually separated, like I said, we separated the two pieces so that I got those, I was able to get my easel, not twisted easel, oh, actually, yes, it is. It's a bit like a twisted easel because it's a diagonal tweezel.
Tweezledee and Tweezle
I've
card.
got a new name, Tweezle. So I'm just finishing off, just literally adding a few little extras onto there.
Margaret's
And
also
then-
saying, stunning card, Debbie. Please,
Oh,
can you
thank
give us
you.
the measurements if you get a minute?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So there you go. How beautiful does that look? And can you see the lovely gold there? If Charlotte can get in, you can see that lovely gold. Let me pop because I'm conscious that my top is very. There we go. Yeah, you get a little bit lost in there, but you can see how gorgeous that is. The detail with just using the die as a stencil, and that black and gold theme is just incredible. And that's another way of showing you how to use the edgeables. So we've gone on a diagonal this time, but the actual base card itself. So the bottom part of the card was 7 inches by 7 inches. The other piece that I fitted on was 7.5 inches by 7 inches with a score line running across the top at 1/2 inch. So it made it a 7 by 7 base with that flap because the flap tucks underneath there.
Hides under.
So that you can cheat to create your diagonal because this is a big die. So a big die would have meant me using an A3 size piece of card to get this piece of card out, but I didn't. I used it from A4. So that's exactly what you can do with yours. But I love them, and I love the style that the black and gold gives you. So yeah, give it a go. Yeah, definitely give it a go. It's worth it. And they're gorgeous dies, beautiful dies.
It really is wonderful. And Pat is saying the black and gold is so elegant. Great colours for a New Year's card as well. And you have got sentiments here that could be classified as New Year's. I love it. We are going to give you a moment or 12 to check out your baskets, and whilst we do, have a little watch of this before we come back with some bargains.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome back! I'm here! Welcome back to the Wonderful Crafters TV. How are you getting on? Who's crafting? Who's making? Who's treating themselves to something delicious? Do feel free to let us know. Keep those pictures coming in. We'll have a nosy at some of them in a little bit. For now though, let me bring to you your border and word edgeables. This is a cartload collection. You know what that means? Oh yeah. Bargain. That was the Savour sheep. We are bringing to you 7 different elements in here, and they are your wonderful edgeables. So we are bringing to you your good luck edgeable. This is what it might look like on a card. What could you use good luck for? Let's just come up with one. Good luck in your new job. There we go. That's an easy one. We have got your hello. What would you use hello for? Someone you've not seen in a while. Hello, how are you getting on? I've also got your with love. With love maybe as a little thank you card. Maybe someone sent you a birthday treat and you want to send them a little, oh, with love. Then I'm bringing to you the thank you. Maybe that's thank you for coming to our wedding. Then I'm bringing to you your best wishes. So maybe this is for someone's retirement, possibly. Then I've got for you, congratulations. You could be using this, of course, for if someone's just announced that they're going to have a little baby. And then bringing to you the thinking of you. So maybe for somebody who's going through a little bit of a tough time, you want to send them a card to make them smile. This is going to make them smile, and not just them, it's going to make you smile as well, because today all of these designs are working out at just £30 or $46. That is saving way over 45%. Let me just break it down to you this way, right? Okay, let's do £5. So we'll do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30, you'd get one free. But these aren't a £5 each, they're £8 each usually. So you are getting yourself an absolute steal of a deal with these, let alone if you're platinum. I mean, don't even get me started on that. You may as well grab yourself a swag bag and just run off with them. It's a brilliant opportunity to get these today. And these have been really, really popular in the past. So if you would like to seize the moment, you've been thinking of it, now is your time. It's a Saturday. I've heard that you've been good all week. Go on, go ahead and treat yourself. It's a bargainacious time to do so. And these really do make incredibly intricate but easy to create cards, don't they, Debbie?
They do indeed. And I've got a few samples to show you before I show you how incredibly easy they are. to put together and make, because literally the card that I'm going to show you next is what I did in about 15-20 minutes. So I just want to show you how fabulous these are. So these are the kind of things that you can do, and again, it's that edgeable element where you can take these onto the edge. I absolutely love these, Becky, because again, previous to like what the big word edgeables were to that previous demo, they say exactly what you need to say. You don't need to add anything else, maybe just a couple of little embellishments and some cardstock. That's it. That says what I need it to say. There's nothing else for me to add. So, and you can see that gorgeous design. Now, you can use them in a multitude of ways, like our lovely design team have. So this is being used like a border for other elements that we've got in our collections. This one running down the side of a stepper. So you can see at the side of a stepper, you've got that beautiful detail. Again, add other things that you have in our collections, or other collections that you may have floating elements to them. So this has got some acetate attached to there. Use the waste as well, because you can snip into it and use that extra waste, which is what is at the bottom of there. Different styles of cards, so your double Z fold cards. Again, you can create some really beautiful cards with them. Any kind of style that you want, with the ability, because you've got the edgeables to these, that edgeable factor to them, absolutely gorgeous. So there's a load and load of ways that you can use them, Becky. Oh, now then, where did you get them from, Debbie? This side. Let me put them back there. So what I've done is, and I'll show you how I'm going to create our card. So for this, I'm going to use, thank you, and I'm going to use it down the centre of the front panel of my tent fold card. And again, I kind of like to cheat a little bit and do it in a stamping card, and rather than try to do it in one piece, I chop it up and split it into two. So I've started with a 6x6 card blank, and I've actually I took some... I've been raiding through Jake's things today. I hope he's not listening. I've been raiding through his drawers again.
You're going through his drawers? I tell you
I went through
what.
his paper pad collection, because I forgot to bring mine with me, so I found the Lily collection. And Brent popped in earlier, didn't he? The lovely Brent came in to say hello, and he went, "Oh, Debbie, where did you get that from?" And I went, "Shh, Jake's drawers." I've been rummaging around again, but it's from the Lily collection, should anybody want to know. And I actually cut it to the same size. Normally I have a little border, but I'm going to be using my die cut with white cardstock, so I want to offset it, so I've done a full solid border, and on the back is where you can write all what you need to write. So that's my 6x6 base done. I'm going to move that to one side. I brought in a piece of white stamping card, and this one I've measured at, let me just get my right measurements, because I think it was 7 inches, because I wanted it to be at, so it's 7 inches with an inch fold, because that's going to sit along the top part. And then I went to about 5.5 inches here, because I want the word sentiment. I still want some of the paper to show through, so because I'm going to have this curved feature going down the centre. Okay. So taking that into consideration, I am getting my die, and again I'll show you with the beautiful die itself on how it works. And that edgeable factor again is that the die outside edge starts at one end or cuts all the way around, so it's going to cut all of that element out. It's got the petals that it's going to cut out, but this bit under the bottom is all no cutting edge, so it stays connected into the cardstock. The same applies around the words, it's just the words that are going to cut out. So all of this element is staying connected into the card. Now, if you've never seen these before, these are something that our Debbie Fisher had an idea of what she wanted from an edgeable, and she put the idea forward. Do you know we always listen to people, to feedback, to comments from people that ask us for certain stuff? Yeah. And there's some things coming up very soon that are coming from people like yourselves who are watching right now, or have said, "Oh, do you know what? I'd like this for a collection." So there's things coming up. We do listen. We listen to that feedback. And the guys listened to what Debbie asked for. She gave them a rough idea, and this is what they came up with. So she was absolutely thrilled. So we call them the Debbie Fishables. The Fishables. We just can't help it, because it's Debbie's concept that's come to life, so to speak. Yeah. Obviously, Leanne and the team are the guys that, made the designs, but the concept for these came from our lovely Debs. So I'm going to pop that through. Now, it's only on one edge of my card, so I'm going to stop it and bring it back rather than go all the way through, because of course with the Gemini that's exactly what you can do. And that's going to cut out one element of there. So I'm just going to lift that off for a second. And then I can see through there that that's cut absolutely beautiful. I'm going to get a little tap. Oops, she says. well, just give it a little tap. Brent said to me, "I'm going to tell Leanne." He caught me earlier. He caught me earlier. He went, "I'm going to tell Leanne." I went, "No, you can't tell her." I should use my dye cleaning brush is what I should do, but no one's going to say anything, are they? It's a Saturday night. They won't be watching, will they? They'll not be watching. Wonder what's on a Saturday night TV. I never seem to know. Do you, Becky? What's on Saturday night TV?
I mean, I might or might not know come say, what, the 18th of this month. But other than that, I'm not sure.
Yes. It's going to be busy on a Saturday night. It really is. Yes, because the boss will be busy every Saturday night.
Yeah.
As for as long as, mind you, have you seen some of the moves she's been making recently?
Oh, aye.
Oh, my dear, she's been having a little dance lesson or two. Yes, it's going to be fabulous. But I genuinely don't know what's on a Saturday night. I'm usually working, so I've no idea. I couldn't tell you.
Well, it doesn't matter because all you need is us.
Of course, Becky. Right answer. I was waiting for somebody else.
Send an email to management because I've just stayed on brand beautifully. Thank you.
So I'm just poking out all my little pieces, and I'll do that in a moment because I want to show you is I just trimmed off the top because that is going to sit over the fold, and already you can see how lovely that's looking, apart from a few bits that I've not quite pulled out yet, but we'll go back to that in a moment. Of course, you've got all the waste in there that you could be reusing like we showed you on that card. I'm just going to get a little clean because I want to show you t'other side. So for this one, I'm going to literally, so I had it down this side, I'm literally just turning it over. I'm going to line those flowers because I know that the flowers are going to be the ones that come away from the card, and this is the bit that's going to stay in. If I did it that way, Becky, I would end up with that bit all falling out, and I don't want that. So I'm going to, unless you want to obviously build panels up, you could do in different colours, but having said that, what was she going to do? So edgeable at the top, edgeable at the bottom, which is why I measured it at 6 inches, because these are fairly just shy of 6 inches to create that effect. And again, I'm just going to hold it down with some low tack tape, and we're going to run that through as well. So again, just popping that in, popping that through. And you can be doing this on coloured cardstock, lots of different things actually, to be fair. I'll bring that back again. But they're just so easy to do and really, really effective. And again, I'm not having to add any sentiments because the sentiment is in the die, and which is what I love that idea of them. So I'm going to lift that off again. So let's just take off the tape carefully. She says, carefully. Pull it towards you, Debbie. Pull it towards you. And then, I've got another piece at the bottom, haven't I? Yeah, so let me just lift that up for a second. There we go. And then that all removes away. Let me just move that there for a second. Pop the plate to one side. Lift that off. In fact, let me get another little tap, Becky, see if I can get all those pieces out without me having to poke them out.
Feel free. Plenty of you saying that you've got these already and you really love them. Merle is saying that you're making a stunning card so far. And we also had Kim in saying, do you need the big Gemini to make the black and gold card from earlier? I'm a bit late, so might have missed which machine can handle.
because I'd cut it down to, well, let's think. So the plate is 9 by 6. Actually, for that big one, I would say yes. I'm just thinking because my size of my card was 7 by 7. A Gemini plate or a midi plate is 6 by 9, so it would overhang at the other end. Good question, that. I was just about to say, no, it's fine, you could do it on the smaller one. No, for that style card, you'd need the bigger one. Of course, you could shrink it down to 6 by 6 and possibly get away with that. It might be worth trying. But yes, for the large dimension of the card that I did, it was a 7 by 7. Perfect. So there we go. So you would need the larger one. Yeah,
okay, great.
Absolutely. Good question though.
We've had Margaret get in touch saying, I don't watch TV anymore, I'm always watching Crafters.
Hey, well done,
Big
Margaret.
well done.
Yes, just saying, I think this is my 3rd Saturday that I've done. So I've been with you guys every Saturday, 3 Saturdays on the trot. Best place to be, exactly, Johnny, exactly. So let me just poke out the rest of my little pieces. But you can, if you want, let me just make sure I've got all those bits. You get the gist of how that would look, and that's going to sit over to the top of my piece. However, I have done all my poking out elements. I've actually blinged it up a little bit, Becky, as you do, because I've blinged it up with some that match the purples in there.
Lovely.
I've blinged up each one of those flowers with lots of different size gems and gone all the way around. Brent were like, oh, I like that, Debbie, I like that. So what I'm going to do is, because this flap is the one that's going to attach to the top so that it creates that lovely edgeable, but it will still stand really nicely. What you could do, if you wanted to strengthen that, would be put a piece of acetate behind there that would measure 6 by 6 if you wanted to do that to create a sturdy part to it. However, I'm going to just pop some tape just onto there, and like I said, Becky, apart from something round the middle, oh, I know what I'm going to add. I'm going to add some ribbon. I'm going to add some ribbon round there. So just pop that round the back, and let's give that a nice little burnish just onto there. And then I'm going to add just down the middle. I've got myself a little piece of ribbon that I've already been playing with, although I've just put some red line tape on it. Let's just pop my ribbon through the centre part. So I'm just going to go into there, round the back, and just tuck that underneath. And if I just make sure I've got that nice, and there we go. Oh, there we are. Let's turn that around there. There you are. We have got, and I'm just going to trim off the top because I can see just at the very top I need to trim a little bit off. So I'm just going to just trim that. And there you are. You've got yourself another Edgeable card with that beautiful design running through the middle of the card, and you can see how easy you can create these cards. They're absolutely beautiful. And again, if you added acetate, you could have it that way if you wanted to have it that way as well, Becky. So either way, that's going to look really fabulous. But showing you again how lovely those Edgeables are.
They're just fab. You're going to have a lot of fun with them for sure. If you would like to treat yourself, all of your information is just here at the side of your screen now. So do head on over to crafterscompanion.com or .co.uk or .eu, and you can treat yourself to those ones, especially when they're such a phenomenal price. As I said before, they're normally £8 each. With this deal, you get them for a £5, but that is with one for free. Ooh, I love it. So do treat yourself if you want. Who fancies adding a little bit of sparkle and shimmer to their lives? Yeah, me too. We have got for you now your glitter marker collection, and boy, these are stunning. If you haven't seen these before, they have an intense amount of colour with the added glitz and glamour to add a certain bit of bling to your designs. We have got, this is how they come in a pack, just to show you. They're really easy to work out which ones are which, because not only does it say it on them, you've also got the right collection in the lids as well. You're getting a big set of colours here, and as you can see, the colours are impressive, but wait for the sparkle. Oh, look at that. That's my like happy Furby noise. Sorry if you've not heard it before. Do you remember a Furby? Yeah?
I remember.
Yeah. Oh. We have got for you today the wonderful glitz and glamour. So this one here is your neon lights, and I'll be honest with you, I wasn't going to show you this, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, it does make sense. On the back, what I've done is I've just underlined them, the colours in black, because I thought, I wonder if these work on black, because I've not seen them on black. And they don't half. You can still see the colour and the glitter on black, but you will have noticed that I've got the orange and the green mixed up, so I've put the helpful arrow in there. But yeah, they look great, don't they? Even on black. Then I have got the Vibrant Florals collection, again, with that essentially bright colour, and then your under the sea cool elements. Do you like get inspired by Mother Nature? If so, this is the one for you. And this is high shine, isn't it? It's almost like 900 silver, sorry. So we've got that full collection for you there. If you do want to seize the moment, now is your chance. That deal on them is wonderful because the vast amount you get. If you, like quite a few people we've heard from today, like Aisha, and there was someone else who messaged him before, if you did want to get lovely and and organised, I have got a storage container here for you, which is for dies. Now this will come to you flat packed. You just pop it up, no glue or anything needed. It's really easy to do. And this is a totally Tiffany collection. You get the storage box and you are going to be getting 5 of these tabbed inserts in total, so 5 of them you will be getting. They're really lovely and easy. You're just using them at the side, you're slotting in your dies. They keep them nice, neat and tidy, and of course you can use the tabs to title these, so it keeps it all in one place. For you today should be over £12, but it's just £9.98 today, or $13.18. Now, I need to let you know we've had a request to have a little natter about the next thing I'm going to show you, and it is the double-sided treasures that I've got in for you. Now, the thing with the double-sided dies is they are very, very special and workable, but you do need the right tool for the job, and the tool for the job is the double-sided cutting plates. These are the junior ones. This is so low in stock, even though they're just back in stock, but the thing is they come in and they fly out. I've got just shy of 70 of those available. So if you need to stock up on them because yours are getting a bit old and dated, then grab them now. Or if you've never tried them before, trust me, you're going to love a double-sided die and you need these. So grab them now whilst they're on offer. If you've got the larger Gemini, the original Gemini if you will, here those plates are again, they are your double-sided dies. You just have to use these so that you can use our double-sided dies that give you a lovely layered look that you quite frankly can't get any other way. So these are your dies on screen again, and they are fabulous for you if you want to grab them. The creator card Edgeables I have got for you next, and wow is all I can say. These are the Christmas themes and they feel magical. You know that feeling you get around Christmas, that kind of excitement, you maybe feel a little bit giddy sometimes, you know, even if it's you know, a couple of months before Christmas, you might spot the perfect gift for a grandchild and you get that kind of excitable feeling. That is how these are. They're almost sort of, you know, without sort of personifying them, they do have their own personalities. This gorgeous lady here is just elegance, and this is your elegant angel. You've got the lovely edgeable there, and I would note as well, you've got the liftable elements here too within those wings, giving you extra dimension. I have also got for you this traditional Christmas tree. The Christmas tree just feels wonderful, and although it's traditional, there's a modern element to this here with the movement within it. That'd be great actually with the aqua pens we did before. Then I'm bringing to you your Mary and Joseph, really lovely traditional scenic there. Also got for you today, sorry it's the wrong way around obviously, but this is your town of Bethlehem. Lovely open areas here where it's great with acetate, and of course because it's an edgeable, pop it where you wish on the card. Then I've got these cheeky chaps. Look at him. They look like they're just about to throw some snowballs. I have got for you your joyful snowman, and then one of my absolute favourites. This is your reindeer forest. You've got that wonderful design here, and again, although we're saying it's Christmassy, it could almost look like a stag and be something all year round. All of these ones today, you don't have to choose your favourite. It is £67.99 or £79.95 only, and that is down from nearly £85 or nearly $100. So it's a really nice time to give them a go. And again, they are dies, so if you buy them now, you can use them this year, next year, the year after, etc., etc. These ones are wonderful. So do seize the moment on those. We are going to have a little nosy at some of the treats that Debbie's got in front of her with these. They really are wonderful and magical feeling.
They are, and they're from our Create Corn range, but they are an edgeable as well because of how you can create these on the edge of cards. So there's lots of things you can do with these. Of course, the creator cards, lots of different ways that you can create them. But because you've got the edgeable again where it stays connected into the cardstock, so if we just show you again, you can see that at the top is the start of the outside cutting edge all the way around and stops at the bottom. this bit stays connected into cardstock. So these are not only just creator cards, but they're Edgeables as well, which again, I absolutely love, Becky. I think what a lovely way to use them.
Yeah.
And again, very easy to use them because I know that this is the bit that stays connected into the card. I'm going to make sure it stays at this end of the card to give me this area to pop a little panel. But I'm going to move that across just to the very edge of that card, and I am going to stick that down with some low tack tape. Now the base of this card is 6 by 6 inches, so that's what I've created with this one. And again, I'm going to hold it down with, what did you do with your low tack tape? There it is, hiding away. I'm going to hold it down with some low tack tape, so let's just bring that in and hold that down. 2 seconds, Becky. Should have had my pieces already. There we go. Pop that in, and then on the edge. Now, of course, you could use that as a stencil if you wanted to, but afterwards what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some ink in and just use it over the die rather than going through the stencil. But of course you could do that if you wanted to. So I'll go in, let's have a look. Yeah, we'll pop it on my Gemini Junior plates. So again, I'm just going to go through my cardstock. And again, some of these dies have, especially the snowmen and the Christmas tree, they've got that lovely extra embossed detail. And if I remember rightly, there's some lovely extra embossed detail on this. So I am going to do it with my smaller mats. Just bear with me, Becky.
Okay.
I'll bring that in, because it's die cut through, but I just want to add that extra little bit of again, the extra bit of embossing detail to that card. Remove my magnetic shim, pop that back down and run that through. There we go. So, Debbie, get your plates all flush. Honestly, can you tell it's late on a Saturday night and I'm heading home for a couple of days off. Woohoo! I got a couple of days off, I can't wait. Spend a bit of time, because my eldest daughter's come up from Bristol.
That's nice.
So she's come up, but I've not seen her yet. She's been home for a few days and I haven't seen her just yet. But that's the joys of the job that I do. I absolutely love it. So shh, don't tell her, she'll not be watching, it's fine. But I will spend a couple of days with her, Becky. I will spend a couple of days with her. But yeah, don't tell her, but I love the job. So there's, you know, I weren't not coming not to it because I adore what I do, and I knew all the launches that I got as well. So no one needs to know. No, she doesn't need to know that bit, does she? No. I've got a couple of days with her at home before I'm back. Nice. But I'm just going to now take out the die. Let's bring in. Do we still have the die cleaner brush? Do we still have them?
We did our own yesterday.
Yeah, I wondered if we did. If we still had them, just to help remove some of the extra bits, plus clean the die at the same time. As you can see, it just helps to clean some of the die. Of course, I still do this. You don't need to tell anybody that bit. You don't need to tell anybody that bit.
Kim did say, did I hear and see a die banging against the table? Nope.
No, you didn't see anything. No, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing to see here, Becky. Nothing to see here. No, I know. She's, you know, I almost... I think I'm one of these days I'm going to see her coming through the corridor and she'll be like, Debbie, can I have a word? We have a die cleaning brush for a reason. Silly old me. I'm always the same. I've always been the same. I do it at home as well. Now, where that edgeable part is, I'm just going to snip up to. So we're going to take that little piece and we're going to go just to the bottom there. So now I've got my lovely elegant angel onto the edge of my card.
Yes.
And I'm just going to, every time, I think I've got rid of all the little bits. And then I see few more, and then another one, and then another one, Becky. It's and another one. Oh, do you know, just when I thought I got rid of them all. What's lovely about this angel is that her wings lift, even this one. So this one lifts as well. So you've got two elements where you can bring her wings to life and shape them to create a bit more dimension, which I just think are absolutely beautiful. Yeah. But I'm just going to bring in, and I can see that on the edge of me, because of where I've put my low tack tape, I just need an eraser. Just bear with me. There we go. Okay. I just want to get rid of all those gubbins there, because that's going to affect when I'm putting on my card together. So what I'm going to do with this bit is I'm going to grab, and I just want a little bit of, where's my craft mat gone? I'll use my craft mat.
Oh, Beth's just messaging saying, Debbie, enjoy your couple of days off. You've had some fab shows.
Oh,
That's nice.
That's nice. That is nice. Thank you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our... I was just going to say, what is that? I'm like, what's this silver stuff that's all over my mat? Debbie, do you know why? It's because I haven't cleaned it, Becky, look.
Oh,
dear.
help.
My mat's a little bit on the mucky side, so I'm just going to try and use the clean side. But I'm going to bring in an ink dabber, and let me find one that's got a pink element to it, Becky. Just bear with me again. Every colour under the sun. I'll bring another one in. A clean one. Because I'm going to go over with my pink, pink tulip to go over the top. So I'm going to load it up on my glass mat.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go over the edge, and it just literally brings the image to life.
Yeah.
So again, you could go straight on if you wanted to, or you can, like I said, just take it and go across. Now I want this as well. I'm not just going to do the angel. I'm going to go across and lift that slightly. I just think it looks really lovely. You could use pale fig if you wanted to. Again, there's pinks and purples in the colour cardstock that I've chosen, so could get away with either of those with that. But I'm just going to go in and over. There we go. In fact, let me just pop a little bit more onto there, Becky. There we are. Pick that up. And then again, go over. Oops. Stay down, wing, stay down. There we are. And pick a bit more up, go across. And it's just a quick and easy way of colouring, really, basically. I mean, you can if you want colour.
It does, looks lovely.
Yeah, just be careful though, because like, can you see there's some delicate ends to these? Just be careful when you're doing this, because I've just realised I got a little bit heavy-handed when I was going across there. So just take your time with that little area. And again, you can see the lovely raised effect that we've got going there.
Pretty.
Now, I've already pre-cut this part, but I did one in silver as well. And that's going to sit underneath and just a tiny little bit of an offset to give it a little bit of a shadow underneath there.
Right.
So I'm going to pop the dotty tape pen over the top of the die cut this time. So let's just go in with that. There we go. I'm not bothered about the silver wings because they're not going to come through. I'm going to have the other wings that are lifting off. So I'm just going to take that now and just try and offset that. I'm just going to move my craft mat for a minute, Becky, just so I can see where I'm going, and then just give it a slight drop with the wing, slight drop there, just to give it a little bit of a glitzy look. But again, I'm not sticking that down. My wings are going to stay upright. So let's just pop that back down there. I want that one up there. There we go. And then all I'm going to do, I mean, she's just glorious, isn't she? She's absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to make sure all those areas are down. And then I've got my cardstock. So I've got myself a little strip for this side. So we'll pop other tape pen. Let's grab that one. The other tape pen just down there. That's going to act on my front panel.
Okay.
And then lastly, I'm going to add underneath here, I'm going to create myself another little panel just by simply popping some mirror card and the matching cardstock, so it all comes into line and it really does set itself off there.
Definitely.
Really lovely. So again, let's pop down our tape. That's going to go on there, the right way around. So I'll pop that on. And then lastly, our patterned paper. And because it's a coated paper that I'm popping on the mirror card, I'm going to use tacky glue for this one, rather than the wet glue, just because it's not going to lift any of the colour when I pop that on there.
I see.
There we go. So that's that bit. And then all I'm going to do now, Beck, is give you a new name, Beck. Becky is...
I was talking to someone called I knew someone Babs earlier.
Yeah, he's had my sentiment, and I'm going to have it a little bit offset there, and then pop in the corner. Excuse me, my voice is it's kind of going a little bit now. Oh dear me, I don't know what's going off there. Add a little ribbon just onto the top, and there you go. Down the sides of the card again, another edgeable factor. Add a little bit of ink, little bit of mirror card underneath, and you've created yourself a beautiful card on the edge again. And that's with one of the creator cards as well. So I'm going to go and water the throat and have a little quick drink and see if I can stop this from getting any croakier, and then we'll come back and do some more demos. Becky, how does that sound?
Sounds good. We're going to head on into a bit of a break now. Check out those baskets. We'll be back in a few.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome back. Well done to everybody who checked out your baskets. We have got another sort of 35 minutes of creativity for you here on Crafters TV, and we want to let you know some of our deals. We have got the Borders and Word Edgeables that are on at the moment. That cartload is absolutely massive. You're getting all of those 7 different sentiments that you could use all year round, and you're getting them today. What should have been nearly £56 or $84. for just 30 quid or $46. It's a bargain. We have also got your Peekaboo collection. This is a stamp and die collection. What that means is you're gonna get some dies that will cut out with your machine, and you're also gonna get stamps that will help you create things like the cat, the giraffe, which I just love, and lots of sentiments. Today, a bargainacious deal should be nearly £42. If you're platinum, 19 quid, 58. What a bargain. Or for you on platinum, $27.86. We're also bringing to you a, how would you say that? Christmassy Peekaboo. That was meant to be Christmassy Peekaboo. Stamp and die collection. And with this one, you're getting the arch die as well. So you've got a curvy arch and a squoval. Oh no, it's kind of squoval, isn't it? So it's kind of squovely one, and you're getting one with those curved edges as well. So you can do the little cutout for the window that they can peep through. To the fact that you're getting 46 elements and these are interchangeable makes that price point so phenomenal. So do seize the moment. We've had loads of people asking questions about the double-sided layered dies, okay? So these double-sided dies are absolutely phenomenal. We have had the double-sided plates on today. You will need the double-sided plates to work with the dies. Basically, they give you a layered look in like a quarter of the time, okay? They're fabulous. And once you buy them, you've got them, haven't you? Great deal on those ones. Should be £77.94 to £25.98. No, your eyes do not deceive you. That is the bargain. And if you've never tried them before, today's your day because we've had the plates on as well. I've also got your double-sided layer Edgeables 6 collection, these ones. So double-sided, but they're giving you that layering look on the Edgeables as well. The kinds of cards you can make with these are the kinds of cards that you look at and go, surely that's not been made by a human. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's that good, the finish. But they have, and that human could be you for just £36 or $50. Again, down from nearly £80 or over $100. That's brilliant, isn't it? Better than half price on them one. If you would like to use them, again, just to reiterate, the double-sided dies, double-sided die plates are a must. These ones are for your Gemini Junior. Again, they're discounted. And if you would like them for your larger ones, we've also got those too. $17.99 or just $22.45. And let me just put it this way for a moment, okay? On the double-sided dies, you were saving like over £50. So even if you were to buy the dies, you still have a saving. So it's like you're the die plates, sorry. So it's like you're getting the die plates for free and you're still getting money back in your account, if that makes sense. So well worth treating yourself if you've ever thought about it, and give it a go if you don't love it. You know, you're not breaking the bank here. Then I've got a Christmas Create a Scene Edgeable collection. 14 elements in this, and you do get the tape pen. And as you can see in the purple, you're getting those lovely layered designs that give you a distant look. Lots of different scenes that you can interchange again for you today. That deal saving nearly £20 or nearly $17. I've also got your large word Edgeables. These are the ones that we had a little look at when Debbie made the black and gold card. So those are the ones that we used. You've got lots of the wording on there, including but not limited to warm winter wishes, which I think you could start sending from November onwards, really. And you've also got peace on earth in there. Today, £64.95 or $74.75. We have had absolute roaring success with our wonderful glitter, all things that glitter actually the last few days, right? We've been bringing you the Midas stamps that everyone jumped on and loved. We launched those brand new glitter markers, the paint markers yesterday. They absolutely flew. We're going glittery again, and if you're thinking, who's ringing them bells? Oh, it's the lovely Debbie shaking to wake these glitter pens.
I'm giving them a shake up, so you can hear that they've got again the little ball bearing, a very similar methods to our metallic paint markers yesterday. You need to give it just a little shake. And in here though, they're water-based. So this is a water-based product. I've took the neon colours because I thought these are just absolutely beautiful. And again, really lovely ones that you can, I mean, whether you want to play with them. But the glitter in these are just absolutely beautiful. Becky, I absolutely love them. I'm going to go in with one of the lighter colours so that you can see. But absolutely beautiful. If you love things like Dudley, the lovely glitter that you see coming through there is just exquisite. And I've done that on black just so you can see how that can pop. Of course, you can use these onto things like your... because they're water-based, I've used watercolour cardstock, but you can do, and like, let's go with another colour, let's go with a strong colour, this one. But you can see, I mean, these are just beautiful. I'm just messing about here, just doodling, but I've got something that you can colour in as well, but I just want to show you how gorgeous these colours are. I launched these, Becky, but I'm saying it back a few months ago. The glitter on them is absolutely gorgeous. How long ago was these when we brought these out? I can't remember how long ago it was. The glitter markers, yeah. I'm just, do you know when you try and remember when it was? But these are...
We're in September already.
I know, I'm losing track. I think it was this year. I'm pretty sure it was this year we brought these out. Earlier on this year, I'll say. I'll edge my bets.
Yeah, edge your
I'd know
bets,
if
why
I
not?
looked in my diary, I'd be able to tell you because I write everything down in my diary. Only because I can't remember from one moment to the next where I am, what I'm doing and everything else. So I do have a diary to keep me in check.
How much info do you put in your diary? Are you the type of person who's just like big events like don't forget to go to work and, you know, so-and-so's birthday? Or are you the type of person that's like, take chicken out of freezer to defrost for tomorrow?
No, I do post-it notes at home with that.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, post-it notes. Yeah, I have to because Debbie's memory's not what it used to be.
Right.
So I do forget. So I have a little to-do list, and I usually pop it on the cupboard where my coffee is.
Right.
Because first thing in the morning,
Yeah.
I go for a coffee, and the first thing I have to do is go up to the cupboard, and that's where the to-do list is. So
Got you.
I'm laughing
That's
at
a good
myself
way.
now, but actually there's a bit of a method there. It's so that I don't forget, and then I know exactly what I've got to do that day. When it comes to the work diary, it's literally lists everything where I need to be, the times I need to be, because normally we have to be like a couple of hours beforehand the show and things like that, whether I'm staying over, either here or at Peterborough. So I do have to write everything down. Then I write down the information of the shows that are in there, if I need to do the prep, what kind of prep I need to do. It's literally my little life. It's not a little diary I have, it's quite a big diary. You'll have seen it popping out of my bag, it's exploding out of there. But literally, honestly, Becky, if I didn't write things down, I would be lost without them.
Oh, yeah, me
now,
too.
I don't know if Charlotte can get in close because it's still a little bit wet, but when these dry, you have this
magical.
gorgeous sparkle through them because they do have, they're packed with shimmering glitter is what they are, and each marker has got that lovely rounded tip, which means that you can get into all your precision colouring. But these are water-based, so I'm just going to quickly bring back in a piece of this. So one of the things I love to do, and I'm just going to get a few colours here, let's do it with a few. Let's go in. I'm just going to simply
Give them a dot about.
I am, honestly, when I say random, I'm going random.
Yeah.
Just pop that all across there. Let's go in with another colour. Oh, I bet Johnny's regretting letting me go loose with these now. Literally, these are beautiful for colouring, for writing, for lots and lots of different things. And the fact that the water-based means you can do things like this as well.
So this is just water you're spritzing on?
It's just water. Spritz the water on, and then we'll dry that off. I think I got me oh, look at that, psychedelic, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, isn't it?
But honest, you can see the shimmering glitter through there, and I will just try and give it a little blast of heat, and then we'll pick it up, because a lot of people think, with it being a glitter marker, you can't do things like this to it, but you, so can, because they're water-based. So they've got that beautiful intense colour to them, but that lovely fine glitter to them. But these are different from our brush ones. So we do the sparkle pens, which are a brush nib one, that give you a sparkle. These give you a glitter as well and a sparkly effect, but the colours are absolutely gorgeous. You've got your neons, which is what these are. And again, I'll just try and dry these off as quick as I can. But then coming in close, you'll see just how gorgeous. Just give that a little blast. But yeah, these give you a different type because of the nib.
Yeah.
This is more of a nib pen feature.
Yeah.
And if you do love things like colouring, you've got that precision nib that goes into all those smaller areas. But of course you can write with them as well. So I'm just going to dab all that excess off because I've put quite a bit of water down there. But I'll just dab off the rest with a tissue. Let me grab a tissue.
No problem.
But you'll see it in a moment, Becky. And that's why I love these. So again, it's one of those pens that offers you just that little bit more. And when you see them, let's come
Anyone
in.
else see like a dragon face in that?
Oh,
There's the eye, there's the mouth and the snout is like pink. You see it?
But can our Charlotte come in close and see that shimmering effect? So take a look at that beautiful sparkle. They're absolutely gorgeous. So you can do your things like you do. I said doodling, I ain't even doodled, just scribbled. But you can do your things. You can pop them onto black, and you'll see them on the black. They work on black as well as white. Watercolour cardstock and colour in with them. And let me just dry that little bit off so that you can see when they're dry, you've got that gorgeous sparkle running through them. They're absolutely beautiful. So I can understand why they're a popular hit with these because they are really lovely pens that I know you're going to love in those 3 colourways. Oh, I think I've splattered my counter. Oh dear Lord. I'll have to get it clean because Jake will be on the warpath. But they are absolutely beautiful pens, and we've got lots of stamps at Crafters Companion that you could colour in with. You could do the same kind of things that we did with the paint markers from last night. So take a stencil and you could be going round and adding that touch of detail in these. So absolutely you can, but remember these are water based, so it means you get a little bit more versatility because you can do things like create backgrounds with them as well. And I just literally, you saw me do it, random dots absolutely everywhere, and I've created myself a little background piece that I can either chop into, die cut into, or use as a background piece for something else. Absolutely beautiful, and it just looks really gorgeous.
It looks fab, it really does. Thank you for showing us that. If you want to recreate that kind of look and explore what these can do, your info is on your screen right now. We have had people sending in their pictures, which has been fabulous. If you do have any pictures that you have made with some double-sided dies, do feel free to send them ones in as well, because we love to see them. But also, we've had so many people asking about double-sided dies, and that is exactly what we're gonna do. So let me show you what we have got. This is revolutionary. This is unique. This is something that if you wanted to try double-sided die, type it into the World Wide Webathon and we will be there. Straight there, right at the top, numero uno. These are incredible dies, and what they are is a die which has 2 sides. I know, how do we come up with the names? It takes us weeks. We have got double-sided dies that you can use and layer up, and they create the most sublime, intricate look that almost looks, like I said before, like a human hasn't made them. We have got lots of different designs here for you, and let me go through a few now. You've got your wonderful hearts to heart, great for your loved ones. We have got your shining star, wonderful for those people who are just a bit of a star in your life right now. We have got the lily border. This one feels very, very expensive. This one's going to be great for things like invitations to special events, fundraisers. We have got your garden border, great for those people who love that liana-like feel, that life-like feel. Then I'm bringing to you your fleur-de-lis. This one's got a lot of energy to it. It feels quite vintage, great with maybe some of your vintage Sarah signature collections. And then I've got your diamond lattice. This one feels quite edgy, quite modern, but also could be a little bit 60s and lacy. I love it. All of these ones today should be nearly £78. Now just think about £78. Imagine having £78 in your hands. Now imagine me just taking £25.98 and go and keep the rest. Oh, by the way, you can have all of these. I mean, it's special, isn't it? So it is today just £25.98 or $29.98. If you're part of our club, which is free to join, then you won't be spending that, will you? If you're bronze, even if you're platinum, definitely not. So do seize the moment if you fancied giving them a go. And let me just remind you, they will require the double-sided plates, which we have got on show for you today. So have a little look on our website. It's time to get voting for Demo of the Show. What have we been making, Debbie?
Right, so I'm going to do another demo and I'm going to do the double-sided ones. So for those people that asked earlier on about double-sided dies, I will do a quick demo with those. But we're going to do the demo of the show because we've got to do the demo of the day as well. So this is number 1, which is the beautiful not double-sided, the Scene Edgeables. So that's number 1. Number 2 was our glamorous black and gold diagonal Christmas wishes. I'm going to have to stand there so you can see that a little bit better. There you go, because it just literally gets lost in my dress.
Yeah.
So that's number 2. Then number 3 was our, literally our beautiful fishable. So number 3.
Yeah.
And then number 4, we had the lovely angel. So you can see that gorgeous angel. So that was number 4.
Lovely.
So it is 1, 2, you can pick them all up, 3, or 4 for your demo of the show.
Brilliant.
You decide. I'm going to get ready for this next demo. Becky, over to you.
We can vote for these by heading onto our social pages such as Facebook. We've had some pictures sent through, which is always wonderful because we are here a family of creatives, so it's nice to share. Karen, you sent one. Oh, Karen, look at these two.
Oh, they are so
Love
cute.
your colours you've used on them.
I love those, Karen. That is absolutely fabulous. And I love how you've used the Edgeable to create a beautiful card. That's absolutely gorgeous. Love it.
And there's another one, look.
Karen,
We have had these on show today.
Two in there. That's amazing. Keep them coming. They're absolutely fab.
Thank you so much for sending those ones in. They're beautiful, aren't they? We have got time for one more demo, which is to do with the double-sided dies. I have had quite a few questions about these dies. So one, I just want to think before I lose it, was from Lillian. And it just said, do you know if the double-sided dies can be used with a big shot machine?
Right, I'm going to tell you straight away, I haven't personally done any testing with our double-sided dies with other machines because they was designed for a Gemini with our plates.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can recommend is using them with our machine, with our plates. You will need these regardless.
Yeah, the double-sided.
But I'm not sure how they work in other manufacturing machines because each machine does something different and offers something different. And I know because I've had a big shot myself in the past.
Right.
But I can't say because I haven't done any testing. I don't know if the girls have done any testing. Might be worth giving customer services a call on Monday morning and ask them because they may have done some testing with that. They're not here this weekend though, so please don't try ringing this weekend to get the weekend off. I mean, I don't know what they think they are, these part-timers.
Part-timer.
But yeah, so it might be worth giving them a call. But as far as a double-sided die goes, you definitely need the double-sided plates. These are super toughened, super strong, and you can hear it straight away. Yeah. Plates that withstand the pressure of a double-sided die. Now, I'm going in with one of the small double-sided dies that we've got on the show.
Great.
Going in with Bethlehem. I think it's Bethlehem Sky.
Oh, it's from one of the Christmas ones, is it?
Yes, from the Christmas ones.
Okay.
But there's lots of other ones. One in particular that I did a masterclass with some Edgeables, and this was one of the double-sided dies that we did. Took this inspiration from the fabulous, talented Michelle McCarthy, who's been up here recently doing some extra work, doing some work with us. And this was a class that I did on the 19th of May. So if you want to go back and see how that one works with the double-sided dies, you can go back and check the masterclass, which I think was about 3 p.m. on Wednesday the 19th. And I tell you now, I know. I wrote my name on back, time and date. So that's how I know it's on the 19th of May. These cards just don't want to start today.
And you made that one using the diamond lattice, which is in the collection, which was just on your screen. If you do want the Christmas ones, we have got them on show as well, and we'll pop them on in a moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the double-sided plates, and do you know what? I'm going to say this because Leanne's not going to mind me saying this, but just make sure that it's the double-sided plates that you're getting, and don't be confused into thinking that you can use your foil press top plates, because Leanne once thought that this down here wasn't in the right label compartment, picked up the foil press top plate, and then it wouldn't work. It's not going to, because they're made differently. So the material's super strong, however it's the depth of the plates and how they withstand that pressure when it comes to our double-sided die technology. So, and I'll just show you so that you can see what I mean by that, because I'm conscious it might be your first time you've seen them, but you've got one side that's got a decorative element, and then when you turn it over and flip reverse it, there is another different die cut. So it's not the same die cut, it's a completely different one. And this creates that double-sided effect. So I'm going to go in with, and they are edgeables as well, so you can use these as an edgeable because they've got the notches on either side so that you can work them. But double-sided dies, you need your double-sided plates. I'm going to pop that on. I am going to hold it down with a little bit of tape just so it doesn't move when I've got it in there. So I'm going to pop that on, and then I'm going to place, because I've got the black card facing down, I'm going to place this one facing upwards. And then I'll show you the ones that I've got coloured in, because I'm conscious of time and we've got a fair few things to do before the end of the show. So I'm just going to hold that down with a bit of tape as well. But then you put your other double-sided cutting plate onto the top. And the combination that you need for your Gemini Junior or large Gemini is the two cutting plates, and they sandwich or are put inside the cutting plates. So that's on one of the cutting plates, and the other cutting plate goes on the top. So they act as a sandwich for those super strength plates, which are taking the pressure from the die cut from the bottom and the top, and that's why you do need them. Anybody who tells you that you don't need them are probably the people that have got damaged plates, because they've been designed with it in mind. They weren't designed just for the sake of it. This is technology that is patented by Crafters Companion. There is nowhere else that you can get double-sided dies. So yes, that's why they was designed. And now what you've got on here, and if I take this off for a second, is, and I'll remove, because don't forget this is an edgeable die, I'm going to remove just from that edge to the other edge. And if I just separate those, and then you'll poke out all the little bits, so you've got little, what I call waste bits, that again you could use in your design because they're not waste, they're little figurines there. So you've got the one end, you've got one design, I'll poke that out as well. And on the other side, and if I just remove that, not only have you got a little star, let's pop that down. And this is all of our double-sided dies, they all have got the same one design on one and another design on the other side. And then you can see when I just remove that, you've now got two scenes that you can see, and that's from that one die. How incredible is that? They're absolutely fabulous, they really are. So I've got my two pieces there, I've got my star, I've got my two little figures, but what I've done with mine is I've used colouring, I've used inks to colour with. I kept the back one black, and then this just simply sits on to the top of that one.
Whoa, that looks great.
And then I'm going to sit it on too, and I've got a little background panel here.
Yeah.
And I've again just used our inks. This is this one's parakeet actually. No, it isn't. It's ocean blue. Sorry, ocean blue. But I've literally just taken a little bit of the top and splashed a little bit of water, and that is going to sit onto the top of that design. And so you can see, once you add colour and you pop them on, you've got yourself a little background scene to sit on the inside of a card. So let's pop that onto the inside of my stepper card here. So pop a bit of glue on. So you pop that on inside, and then I'm just going to finish that off with a little strip just running through the bottom part of my stepper.
Lovely.
With a little ribbon wrapped around it, and that's just going to sit on the front end And there you go.
That looks fab.
That is a lovely little step. Now I know I had my little sections done for me black and white, but that's what you can achieve once you add your colour to them. So that's exactly what that was done. It was just added with the lemon tonic and the straw bale to create that effect. And I kept the black one still black, but there you go.
That's
so that is how you can use your double-sided dies and the technology that you've got, but you do and you must have, I'm not saying this for effect,
no,
you must have the plates to cope with the pressure of the die cutting through both sides. If you don't, you're probably going to damage either your plastic shim or your magnetic shim because it's a die cut on both sides of the die. There you go.
Perfect. It's time to vote for the demo of the day. So let's find out the winner of demo of the show. It's number 2. Black and gold.
I might have known. The black and gold. There you go. Lovely. Thank you.
So now it's time to be voting for demo of the day, all done by Debbie. Let me show you what
what, Becky? I think I might win today. I think I
got a
can
feeling.
edge my bets.
So
I might be in chance with winning today.
We had the numbers on for you earlier on, and there was this reverse easel shaker card. So that is number 1. We also had this card here that was with our brand new gift card holders, so you can pop your gift cards in here or your cash if you wanted to. So we had that one is number 2, and then Debbie has got number 3.
I was just going for a swig then.
That's happened
Did
at
you
least
catch me
4
again?
times today.
So then we've got number 3. So 1 is the lovely reversed easel, 2 is the gift holder, and 3 is the Merry Christmas black and gold twisted easel. You decide which one is going to be demo of the day.
Perfect. So if you do fancy voting, get yourself on socials. Just as a little reminder as well, because we've had a few more people in about the double-sided dies. People just saying, so you don't need a sandwich for the double-sided dies.
So for the double-sided dies, yes, you do need a sandwich. You have to place your double-sided dies in between these two. So that's sandwiched in between there.
Yeah.
One piece of your cardstock with your die on, and then the other piece of the cardstock on top, and then sandwich that together.
Perfect.
And then you place the cutting plate on the bottom, the cutting plate on the top.
Yeah.
So they are sandwiched in between there, run it through your machine. So
Easy as that.
Yeah. I think it is the only way I can explain it is that's the easiest combination to remember. You don't need your magnetic shim or your plastic shim or your rubber embossing mat with that one at all.
Wonderful. And Brenda is saying, incredible, now I understand double-sided dies.
Yay.
So if you do want to grab the collection, we have got them for you here, and they are absolutely stunning. Just let you know the entire collection. So this will be one die that you get, and then on the opposite side of the die it will cut that out, and this is how it layers up. This is the magic of the double-sided die. So just to show you the designs quickly that you're getting, these are the ones that you've got your hands on. That's the one that Debbie's just shown you. You've got a rooftop as well, and then you've got this one, which I genuinely think is all year round, because it's just got lovely stars on it. It could be like for someone who's going to see the Northern Lights, you know, on holiday or something. Beauty. So you've got all of them together. Oh, hey, don't forget this one, Redders. By the way, Redders is what I call myself sometimes when I'm being daft, just in case you're thinking, who's she talking to? But yes, these are the kinds of ones you get. So if you do fancy it, seize the moment. Not only have I had those on today, I've also had the large words, and these are your these are your edgeables that we've had on. So the large words we've shown you, they are, again, very inspiring because they do say so much in a relatively simplistic way. You're getting a lot in here, including happy holidays. You have also got your peace on earth. You have got your warmest winter wishes. Then I'm bringing to you your silent night. That might be quite nice for someone who's just recently had a baby. You've also got here your wonderful season's greetings, and we have got your Merry Christmas as well that we did a demo for. So if you would like all of those, then you can seize the moment now. And if you want to be inspired, I know the lady.
Yes, absolutely, because the wonderful design team have created these to perfection. There's so many ways that you can do them. So instead of doing it as an easel like I've done, you could just simply do it on the front fold of a card. So you can see how gorgeous that looks. And again, the cutout element inside, you could be adding cardstock behind the back. Oops, I don't know how that's got there. That was mine. But there you go. So you've got, again, the lovely cutout element, which looks absolutely fabulous. Look how they pop when you add colour to them. They look absolutely gorgeous. Another one I did quite recently using the Christmas papers there, that Merry Christmas. So many lovely ways that you can use these. And again, lots of different styles. I'm trying to, I've got that many here, Becky. There's so many different ones that you, I mean, that is absolutely gorgeous. Love that one. I think that might be a Sarah special, that one, because it's one of her favourite styles of cards. What about simply using it with other things that you've got in your crafty stash? So there's those kind of things that you can be doing with them. Adding glitter, glamour to them, just look absolutely beautiful. You don't need anything else because it's all in that sentiment. There's nothing else you need to add apart from paper, chosen colours, maybe an odd stamp or two. But the sentiment type is taken care of in those gorgeous dies, and they're really large statement pieces as well. They're beautiful, Becky.
Absolutely. Thank you for showing us those. We hope that you have been inspired. It's time now to vote for Demo of the Day. And do you know what I like about these? They're all so different. We have had, you know, personalisation with the numbers and the shaker cards that we know love a bit gliz. We've had the brand new one with the holder, and then we've had the ultra glam. And you have voted your favourite as ultra glam number 3.
Oh, well, I never. Me little black and gold. Well, thank you very much. I shall pop my name on the back and it will go in for tomorrow. Tomorrow, doesn't it come round quick? It comes round so fast. But yeah, I think you've got our lovely Bernie tomorrow, and Debbie Fisher is back in the building as well. It's going to be a great day, I think, Becky.
Indeed you do, and you have got tomorrow Softer Side with the lovely Bernie. Is there a bit of a launch? Oh, who loves patchwork? Yeah, I love the look of it. I love sewing, I've never tried it. But these new patchwork dies may well be the thing that clinch it for me. They're launching tomorrow. Then you've got the wonderful Debbie Fisher on with the craft along, and that's 3 p.m. till 10 or 10 a.m. Eastern time. So pop those ones in your diary. Debbie, thank you so much. I know you've got a few days off when you're next in.
So I'm off tomorrow, Monday. I'm heading Peterborough Tuesday, Wednesday, back here Thursday, because you've got me. Obviously, our Craig's away. So I'm going to be doing wake up call. I think I'm here actually all day. Becky, I think it's me and you again.
You're not wrong.
I think it's me and you all day Thursday. So I'll see you all then.
Perfect.
So thank you very much for having me this weekend. I've had a blast.
Oh, that's wonderful. Have a great few days off. Thank you so much as always for your company. We really could not do it without you. We are going to be, of course, back with you tomorrow for Softer Side. I'm going to be back with you on Wednesday. I've got some treats in for you on that day. For now though, check out your basket so you know that in a few days your wonderful delivery driver will be galloping down your drive. I don't know why he rides a horse. Mine just comes in a truck. But anyway, he will be heading towards your front door with those goodies. Do check out those baskets. Thank you as always. Use a lot of wonderful. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye, my loves.